Hey everybody, I'm Brooke. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Happy New Year! This is my first video of 2019 and I'm super excited because if you did not already notice, all of the Funko Pops today are Sailor Moon. So I will just go ahead and say, super big announcement, like woo. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just really excited because I'm going to be doing a lot of themed videos for the next couple months. I already have a bunch of them planned. So all of the Funko Pops will be a certain theme. And then I'll try to make the question something that kind of goes along with that theme. And today's pick a card reading is, what is your destiny? I feel like Sailor Moon is all about destiny. Usagi and all of her friends are destined to be Sailor Scouts. It was their past life. It's a whole lot. I mean, there's crystals, astrology, Sailor Moon fits so perfectly into a tarot reading, but also what is your destiny? I feel like works pretty freaking well since she's kind of, destined to be a princess and save the world and junk. So anyway, I love Sailor Moon. I've been obsessed with Sailor Moon since I was a little kid. I have a Sailor Moon tattoo. If anyone can tell me in the comments below what that is, then we're automatically friends and you're the coolest person ever. So go ahead and do that if you know what it is. Anyway, I have Sailor Moon literally everything. Yeah, just obsessed. I was not a morning person as a kid, and Sailor Moon was on at 6:30 in the morning when I was a kid on Cartoon Network, I believe. And my parents had the only bedroom TV. I didn't have a TV in my bedroom because I was 7 years old. I didn't need a TV. My dad would already be gone off to work, and my mom would be in the shower in the master bedroom, and I would set my Bugs Bunny horrid alarm clock. It was one of those ones where it's the two bells on the side and the thing hits it and goes back and forth, and it was so loud and I hated that thing, but it glowed in the dark and it was really cute. But anyway, I would set that thing to wake me up at 6:30 in the morning. I would plop myself on my parents' bed and I would be sitting there with my, legs crossed, hands under my chin, just staring at how great it was. And my mom would come out of the shower and be surprised every time that I was sitting there because I was not a morning kid. But for Sailor Moon, I was a morning kid that would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Because my mom even told me, she was like, oh yeah, no, you would get up at 6 a.m., get ready for school, and then go sit and watch Sailor Moon at 6:30. And I was like, oh, I didn't even remember that I got ready for school. But I'm a little bit type A, so that makes sense. But anyway, that was just a little tidbit that I wanted to share about how much I love Sailor Moon and why this is the first one I'm doing. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into it. If you are new to pick a card readings or to my channel, the way they work is you're gonna go ahead, use your intuition, choose whichever group or groups, you can pick more than one, whichever group or groups you're feeling particularly drawn to, and then you can fast forward to those groups. There will be timestamps in the description and in the comments below. So group 1 is going to be Super Sailor Moon. Group 2 is Sailor Chibi Moon. Group 3, Sailor Venus and Artemis. And group 4, Sailor Pluto. Yes, these are my 4 favorite Sailor Scouts. Chibi Moon was always my favorite, but these are my top 4. I love them all. You can pick your favorite scout, a couple of your favorite scouts, whatever you like. Go with Sailor Venus because she's got Artemis. Venus, because I can talk. I almost said Sailor V, and I'm like, well, she's not really Sailor V right now. But anyway, so go ahead, choose your groups, fast forward, and remember, as always, this is a general reading. There's no need to comment that it didn't resonate with you in the comments because why bother? It's not going to resonate with everyone. It's a general reading. If you are interested in a private reading, check out my Etsy shop linked below, which is where I do my private readings. And I'm adding a super special new love spread. So check that one out. But anyways, if it doesn't resonate with you, simply wasn't meant for you. Move on with your life. You don't need to tell me that it didn't resonate. It's cool, but all right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with group 1, Super Sailor Moon. All right, you guys, let's see what your destiny is. Oh my God, beautiful. One of my favorite cards in this deck because I think it is so beautiful. Ace of Cups, 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Caressa, yes, and Love Yourself First. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, I just want to say that the yes card to me is if you had a specific question or something that you were really mulling over in your mind as you were choosing, as you were watching the first few minutes of this video, then the answer is yes. Use your intuition and take action accordingly. So I'll just pull that one up first so you can look at it then. But yeah, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Okay. Okay, so I think for you guys, this is going to be more geared for love and self-love, because we start out with the Ace of Cups, and then we are flanked over here with love yourself first. Okay, so we'll get more into that in a second, but let's start with the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, all aces represent new beginnings. Ace of Cups particularly generally represents new beginnings in love, any kind of partnership. But again, I'm feeling more of a love vibe. This is a general reading. That's what I'm going to go with because that's what I'm getting. I feel like you are destined to be with someone truly great for you, but you're going to have to go through the hardships before you can find this person. I think you are definitely destined for great love. I think whenever you find your person, whenever you meet your person, it is going to be insanely like magical, serendipitous. They are going to be your best friend. It is going to be amazing. They're going to be romantic. They're going to treat you the way that you've always wanted to be treated. However, you're taking the long, hard road to get there, I feel like, because we have the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. So Three of Swords is heartbreak, separation, just sadness, grief. So to me, I feel like a lot of you guys have probably dated a lot of people who were either just totally wrong for you, or I feel like most of you have dated people that were like, they almost seemed great, but there was just like something about them that wasn't great. So you continuously get your heart broken when you think, but this person was great, and then it doesn't work out, and you're like, but why? Like, they were so great. And it's like, well, they were great maybe, but they just weren't that like perfect person for you. And I hate using the word perfect because I am a total perfectionist, and it is something that I struggle with, and perfection, doesn't freaking exist. So I hate to use the word perfect, but I couldn't think of a better word. So just know that perfection does not exist. The quote unquote like perfect person for you, not the perfect person with the most shiny hair and the big pecs and like, I don't know. But anyway, so I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of heartbreak and a lot of, to me, the Six of Swords is kind of like a starting over energy. The Six of Swords is, okay, like this no longer serves me. I've decided to better myself and move away from this, even though you don't know what this is, like notice he's just got his head down. He's just like, I'm out of here. But he can't see the road ahead. He just knows it's definitely going to be better than what he's been putting up with. So I feel like the message for you guys is definitely like making that choice. I think you'll be able to bring in your person sooner if you make this choice, make this decision to move on, to change your perspective, because I feel like like I said, you've been dating a lot of people who maybe they seemed really great, and maybe they were, they're not bad people by any means. It's just they weren't exactly what you were looking for. There's always like something missing. I feel like you're always compromising and like, oh, like, yeah, I guess I could live without this. Well, like, no, like you really want it. Like, don't live without it. Don't settle. Because we have Caressa, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So again, to me, the Six of Swords is like your next step. I feel like, oh my God, this person's so great, heartbreak. Oh my God, this person's so great, heartbreak. Like that cycle, it's time for that cycle to end so that you can move on and you can bring in that person. But again, I don't feel like it's going to happen overnight. Again, I feel like you guys are going to have the most amazing like love affair, but you have to go through the hard crap first to be able to bring in that like amazing love affair. So you have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So again, I feel like the main message for you guys is to move on from the past and work on yourself and make sure you love yourself first. Make sure you are the most confident version of yourself that you can be, and that's how you'll be able to bring in true love. And again, we have, yes, your intuition is correct, take action accordingly. So again, if there is some question that you had in your mind, if there was something that you were thinking like, maybe this is the route I should take, maybe I should do this thing differently, if there's something that you've been thinking about a lot recently, or if you were thinking about it right at the beginning of this video, then the answer is yes. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is never wrong. The problem is that we get in our heads too much and we question our intuition. You know, the swords are mental, the cups are emotional and intuitive. So it could be also that maybe you're logicking things. Is that a word? I don't know. We're going to go with it. But maybe you're using too much logic when you need to go a little more intuitive and listen to your intuition more. But yeah, I definitely think for you guys, I think your destiny is that you are going to be with a wonderful person. You are going to have a like magical love affair, but you have to love yourself first, love yourself enough to make this decision to move on, to not settle, to not keep going in this cycle of this person's so great, but, and then you get your heart broken. This person's so great, but, and then you get your heart broken. To move on from that, to love yourself, and to accept that this cycle is ending. You know, it's really hard to end like cycles or chapters in our lives, even if they were tough chapters, because it's just what we're used to. Like as humans, we're just used to like repetition. We're used to the routine. Like it's, for most of us, it's more scary to be adventurous, more scary to be spontaneous, to move on. You know, what's that saying, like the devil you know, which is basically saying that like you're more comfortable being in the crappy situation that you've been in for years, just because that's where you've been for years and you're used to it. You know, finding true happiness is scary and a lot of times we block it. And by being too much in this mental energy, I feel like you guys have potentially been blocking it. And again, on this card, it says happiness awaits you now. So you have all these wonderful moments, magical moments, and this wonderful person. You have them just waiting for you to make that decision that you love yourself enough to be able to bring that person in. So yes, I definitely think your destiny is to be with an amazing person who is completely and utterly everything you ever dreamt that they could be, but you just have to get out of your own way first and make sure you love yourself first. So yeah, that's gonna do it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna move on to group 2. Thanks. All right, group 2, Sailor Chibi Moon. Let's see what we've got for you guys. What is your destiny? Sorry, I'm so type A. All right, starting off strong. 9 of Cups, King of Wands, 3 of Cups, and then we have Crystal, Pay Attention, and Soulmate. Wow, okay. Well, I think first of all, you guys have big dreams. I feel like so far, I mean, I've only done one other group, but I feel like you guys are kind of like the dreamers. I get that vibe from you guys because we have this, well, there's a couple things. Well, let's get into it. You have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So this is saying that your wish is coming true. And then we have Crystal, which says, have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. So Crystal to me is that card of, if you have big dreams, they don't just happen like the second you're like, okay, this is my big dream, and then poof, there it is, you know? Sometimes it does happen like overnight, but meaning you've worked hard for like a year or years, and then it like all of a sudden happens overnight. Like you feel like you've been in like a holding pattern for like a really long time, and you start to like lose faith and think like it's never happening for me. Like what the heck? Like, you know, that's like what the Crystal card is for me. It's more of a like, okay, like, yeah, I've been trying, I've been working, I've been doing, I've been pushing myself, and like nothing is happening. I feel like I'm at a freaking standstill. Like, when is this gonna happen? And Crystal is saying, you can't see it yet, but it's coming. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope, because that's the moment when you block it. As soon as you start giving into fear and giving into anxiety and like, oh no, like this is never going to happen for me. It hasn't happened in the last year, the last 5 years, the last 10 years. Like it's never going to happen. But it is. It's going to happen. But again, the way that we block these things that we truly desire is by, you know, giving into the fear and only believing what we can see. And like, oh, well, like, I've just been chilling in this same freaking place for the last 3 years, and I don't see anything great coming in. Well, you know, that chance meeting, or, you know, that right job opportunity, that right, you know, thing to apply for, or like, or that right idea that pops into your head could be just around the corner. And the second you give up, you block it. So main message so far is don't give up, because again, you have wish fulfillment. You also have the Three of Cups, which is like going out and celebrating with your friends. Like I see you celebrating that great job that you've always wanted. I think it's more career related for you guys more than anything. But again, this is a general reading. But I definitely like see you guys going out and celebrating with friends, because it's a long time coming. It's something you've dreamt about, something you've worked towards, something you've wanted for so long. And it's finally coming to fruition. So I do see you guys having not necessarily a tough road, just a road that often feels stagnant, a road that often feels like nothing is really happening. But I think there's more internal changes more than anything that are happening that start bringing these blessings in, because then you have pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So if you're seeing a lot of repetitive numbers, look them up. If you see 111 all the time, go see what that means. 1, 2, 3, 4, go see what that means. I'm not an expert by any means, like definitely not. I'm like not an expert at numerology, but I always look it up whenever I'm seeing a particular number. Like for instance, it was so strange for me when I think I was like 16, 17, and for like a few weeks straight, every single day, I woke up at 5:40 a.m. on the dot. Never 5:41, 5:42, 5:39, literally 5:40 on the dot. And I looked that up and it made sense. And I still see that number every so often when it makes sense to my life. So you never know. You might have some special number. It doesn't even have to be like 123 or 444 or 555. It could be if you see, you know, 317 all the time. Like look up what those numbers mean separately and together, because that might mean something to you. That might be like your special number that tells you something, you know? So anyway, so again, just wanted to say, like, it doesn't have to be like, you know, the typical numbers you think of, like 11, 11, 12, 12, you know? So anyway, definitely pay attention to the signs. You could be getting feathers, coins, numbers. If you keep like seeing the same thing over and over again, or hearing the same song over and over again, like look up the lyrics, even go as far as to like look up the people who wrote the song, like look into these things and see if there's like hidden messages that you can, you know, pull out. But I definitely see you guys being very intuitive. There's a lot of water energy. I definitely see the signs coming in. And then we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And the King of Wands. Now, could this be romantic? Absolutely. And this is a general reading. But again, I think your reading is more about career, less about love. Will you have great love? Of course. I'm sure you will. You know, well, I can't say I'm sure, but it's a general reading, but hopefully you will. But I think this is much more career related. I think this is somebody coming in to help you, because I said something earlier about like a chance meeting, and I could definitely see that being something that happens with you guys. I feel like this King of Wands is somebody that's going to help you, maybe give you advice, maybe give you a chance, maybe hire you at some sort of job or an entry-level job that will get you to where you want to be. Maybe this is a mentor. Maybe it's a family member that's going to help you financially, you know, so that you can follow your dreams without having to worry about how am I going to pay the bills, you know? So I do see this being a soulmate though, because again, soulmates are not always romantic. I'm sure most of you know this, you know, your parents are most likely your soulmates, your best friends, your dog, your cat, like everyone that is in your life for a purpose, for a reason, you know, to help you grow, to help you attain your dreams, whatever it may be, this person is a soulmate. It doesn't have to be romantic. So fire sign, it could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be, again, general reading, but that would be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And it's just someone who's very and again, male or female, general reading doesn't have to be a male. And, you know, it's someone who's just very passionate, very wise, someone who works hard, someone who loves what they do. But yeah, I could see this as definitely somebody coming in to help you, to get you to that point where you need to be, to get you that job, to help you financially, whatever it may be. So yeah, I definitely think for you guys, I definitely see your dreams coming true, whatever they are. Again, I feel this is more career than anything, but it could be anything because this is a general reading. Whatever your dreams are, I think potentially your friends could help you get there. So lean on your friends because, again, I feel like you kind of chose a tough road in life. I feel like you didn't choose, your dream job is not to be an accountant. You know what I mean? I think your dream job is to do something meaningful or to do something that's hard and not necessarily an easy thing to accomplish. Again, with the cup energy, you could be an artistic person. So you could be an artist, any sort of creative endeavor. That could be what your passion is and what you want to do making money. And that's not an easy road, but it's worth doing. So I definitely see you guys accomplishing your dreams and being very intuitive, but you just have to keep pushing. You know, that's my advice for you guys. Just keep pushing, keep believing in yourselves, keep believing in your dreams, and they'll come true as long as you're in that right headspace. All right, well, thank you guys. I hope that resonated, and I'm going to move on to group 3. All right, thanks. All right, group 3, Sailor Venus and Artemis. Let's see what we've got for you guys. What is your destiny? All right, we have got the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Bethany, Treasure Chest, and You Deserve Love. Okay. All right, let's unpack this for you guys. What is your destiny? Your destiny is to be a warrior. I'm just kidding. Your destiny is to get out of that. Okay, so where do I want to start? I'm just going to go ahead and pull up all 3 tarot cards to start. So, all right, the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. So the Devil and the 8 of Swords. Okay, I feel like some of you guys are workaholics. Okay, so basically the Devil represents doing anything in excess. So anything that's not good for you. That could be too much alcohol, too much partying, too much eating, too much worrying, too much working, you know, over exercising. It's just doing anything, you know, that doesn't serve your purpose. It doesn't serve you in a good way. It could definitely, it could be, God, I'm losing it. It can also represent just holding on to like an idea. Say for instance, if you're constantly saying to yourself, like, I'm not good enough to do that. I'm not good enough to have my dreams come true. The person of my dreams just doesn't exist. I'm not good enough for that. Or like something along those lines. Because if you think like that, it becomes your reality. You know, we shape our own reality. Like we work together with our thoughts and our beliefs with the universe to create our reality. So if you're constantly thinking negatively or you're constantly worrying, which is something I see a lot of you are doing, then of course you're going to stay in that cycle. You have to break free and decide to look at things with a new perspective, decide to let go of those habits and those things that no longer serve you, that are just holding you down. Because whatever you're thinking about is what you're manifesting into your reality. So I definitely think a good piece of advice for you guys is to try your best to stop worrying. I think 2 things. I think some of you potentially might be a workaholic. You might be using work as a way to not have to like fix things or not have to work on things. Like you just kind of like bury yourself in work. But also I think for some of you guys, your dream is work, because this is the apprenticeship card. This is doing what you love. And I think some of you maybe don't think you're good enough. You don't think it'll ever happen. You're worrying a lot about your finances, worrying a lot about, you know, being able to do the thing you actually want to do. But I will say that you have opportunities. You just have to let go of this worrying, you know, negative kind of energy. And like I always notice that this card, it's kind of like a circle, how the swords are laid out. So to me, it's like a cycle. It's like once you get yourself into worrying, it's kind of hard to like break free of it, but you can definitely do it. So this is how you do it. Bethany, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. So Bethany is one of my like self-love cards. So I feel like a main message for you guys is to love yourself, to work on loving yourself. And I think through loving yourself, you will be able to pretty quickly manifest whatever you truly desire. And like, that's probably the thing with you guys, is a lot of you are probably very intuitive and possibly even more in tune than you think you are. So what does that mean? It means that you probably manifest things a lot faster than most people, and that can be good or bad. Because if you're stuck in the negative and you're stuck in the worrying and you're stuck in that cycle, you'll just keep manifesting that really quick, and like really like it's constantly like happening. But also, good side, as soon as you break yourself free of that cycle, you'll very quickly bring in the things you actually do want. So you have treasure chest, which seems to come out in like almost every reading. I don't know why, this card is always here. Treasure chest, an unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So I definitely think, again, it's unforeseen. It's a windfall. It's out of nowhere. It's super quick. It's abundance. It could be anything. It could be love. It could be career, finances, whatever you are really looking for. Opportunities to travel just popped into my head. I have no idea why, but that might mean something to somebody. So I definitely think that for a lot of you guys, again, I think you are like really in tune, and that means you can manifest things really quickly. So as soon as you let go of the worrying and let go of the anxiety and break free of this devil card, then I think things will start to happen like really fast for you guys, like really quickly, and like anything and everything that you like truly desire. And your final card is you deserve love. You are lovable. So again, this is a reminder. This is another, goes along very well with Bethany. This is another like self-love card to me. Like, you deserve love. You're lovable. And love doesn't just mean romantic love. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys talk down to yourselves a lot. I feel like a lot of you think that your perfect person or your ideal career or whatever they may be, that, they don't really exist, or you're not really good enough, or you're not going to get them. Like, what's so special about me that I would get that, I feel like a lot of you guys kind of do a lot of that, a lot of talking down to yourselves. And you don't need to, because you're beautiful. We're all wonderful. We're all beautiful. There's enough abundance in the universe for all of us. You don't need to come from that fear base, that anxiety, that worrying. If you just truly love yourself and truly believe, these things are going to come in really quick for you. So yeah, I think honestly your destiny is to work on yourself and learn how to harness your manifestation abilities to bring in all of the things that you truly desire, no matter what they are. Because also, again, it's a general reading, but I do feel like this is kind of like everything. I don't feel like this reading is just love or just career or just this or just that. I feel like it's everything. Like, you can have everything that you want. You just have to, break free of these old patterns, get a new perspective on yourself, on life, on your belief systems about how things work, or, what you deserve. And then you'll be able to bring in everything that you've dreamt of. All right, well, I hope that resonated, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to move on to group 4. Thanks. All right, group 4, Sailor Pluto. Last but not least, I think I say that every reading, and I should probably stop. Anyway, you have the Princess or Page of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and then you have Teresa, Music for Manifesting, and Give Your Relationship a Chance. Okay. All right, group 4, what is your destiny? Okay, so let's start with this Princess of Pentacles. She is, I believe in this deck, she's called the Studious Maiden. So she's a studier. She is someone who likes to learn, whether that's in a formal setting, in some kind of school, or not. It doesn't have to be school. You could just love reading and looking things up and learning about different things. I feel like you're very well-rounded. And I think you guys just love, like I said, just love learning. Kind of feel like you're, okay, not negatively. Is the term Renaissance man? Is that what? I don't know. Basically, I was going to say like you're a jack of all trades, but that has kind of a negative connotation. It's like jack of all trades, master of none. Like, I don't mean the master of none part though. So jack of all trades, like, meaning I feel like you like a lot of things. You have a lot of different interests in a lot of different things, because we have the 7 of Cups, which can definitely represent having like lots of ideas, lots of dreams. Maybe you have a hard time settling on one, because this is a very, a lot of people say this, you know, as like an ungrounded energy, because her feet are not on the ground. Her head's up in the clouds. She's just daydreaming constantly. So this is like a very dreamy energy, ungrounded. You know, like I said, maybe you just have a lot of ideas and you're just not sure like which path is the right path for you to choose. However, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles. So I do think you actually have a good balance between the intuitive side and the grounded side. So I do think you're grounded, but I think at times you possibly have trouble remaining grounded, and you can kind of get your head in the clouds. And I feel like you're big dreamers, and sometimes you can get caught in your dreams and not take action. But your destiny is that you will take action. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about abundance, especially financial abundance. So I definitely think that you might be someone who, like I said, has a lot of interests, a lot of different dreams. You don't really know exactly which way you want to go, what path you want to take, what's the best thing for you, what's the thing you love the most. So I do feel like that's how a lot of you guys are. So if you are having trouble, my advice, if you're having trouble figuring out what exactly it is you want to do, my advice is, Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So I see a lot of you guys as being like really busy. Really busy in the sense that you're doing work, really busy in the sense that you're also like daydreaming. And I feel like you're doing a lot of all of this. And I think sometimes you just need a break. And if you take a break, that's how you can bring in some clarity so that you can actually choose which path is the right path for you, the thing that you really want to do. And once you choose that path and you put your all into it, like I said, you'll be bringing in a lot of abundance. So you also have music for manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. And I always use the example that I always get all of my manifesting done for the most part when I'm at the gym, because I love to listen to music that I really like, and it like gets me in the like mood to like daydream. And, you know, I harness that, you know, to like really be positive. You know, you got your endorphins going and you're working out and you're feeling good. And then I just listen to my music and I think about like what I want to manifest. So music is a really like powerful tool to like make you, you know, happy and put you in that right vibration to be able to manifest what you really desire. So I think another message for you guys is that once you decide on something, you'll be really great at balancing groundedness and action and some logic along with the manifesting and the intuitive and the emotional and the dreaming. Like, I feel like you guys are really great at balancing that. And especially if you're feeling out of balance, if you're feeling too much head in the clouds or too much like grounded in logic, then again, the advice is definitely like take a break, you know, take a day off from whatever it is that you work really hard at, and just like do something nice for yourself and just take a breather, because you definitely have that manifestation power. And you're very smart people. I definitely think you're very intelligent people. You love to learn. You love to try new things. I think you're adventurous. I don't think there's, I feel like, you know, it's hard for a lot of people to be spontaneous and adventurous. I don't feel like you guys have that problem. And that's a wonderful thing, because that's the kind of energy you really want to be in to be able to manifest what you truly desire. And your last card is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So, again, this is a general reading, so this could have to do with a love relationship, and it could be that your partner is going to help you, or that if you don't have a partner currently, maybe your next partner, the next one that comes in, maybe they're going to help you be able to choose which route it is that you want to take. And again, also like the fact that we have the Princess of Pentacles, maybe it's that you are really good. Well, I mean, that's basically what I was saying beforehand, that you're a jack of all trades. Forget the master of none part. I think you are actually really good at a lot of different things. And that's why you're having trouble using your intuition to choose which thing it is that you're the best at. Because I think you probably lean more towards this pentacle energy, this grounded energy. So anyway, side note. But yeah, it could be that your partner is going to help you, or maybe that you are going to meet someone and your eventual partner is going to work in one of the fields that you were thinking of. And maybe that's what'll make you realize, oh yeah, this is definitely it, or oh no, this definitely isn't it for me. So that could be part of that too. So I definitely think like don't poo-poo anyone. You know what I mean? Like there could be someone I feel like coming into your life, especially romantically, where you might like not want to give them a chance. Like you might be like, nah, not my type. Nah, I'm not interested in dating, like whatever it may be. But I would say give it a chance. If, you know, again, obviously if it's like red flags and this is like a horrible person, then don't give them a chance. But like, if it's just like, nah, like I just don't feel like it, or yeah, he or she's all right, but like whatever, like just give it a little bit of a chance. Like you never know, because even if you don't end up with that person, they might teach you some valuable lesson that really helps you choose what path it is that you're supposed to take. So again, I think for you guys, your destiny is that you are going to be very abundant, that you are going to have a wonderful, comfortable life doing what you love. You just have to figure out what exactly it is that you want to do, because I feel like you have a lot of options. You just have to choose whichever one is best for you. All right, well, I hope it resonated and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your comments and your subscriptions and purchasing private readings. I appreciate every single one of you. Next week is going to be another themed one with all new Funko Pops. I don't think any of the ones I'm using. Yeah, they're all brand new. They've never been used in any video before, so be excited for that. But anyways, thank you again so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!